guys, this is Steph from Unicorns and Saddles, and today's Tuesday tip is about how to cut your horse's mane with a pair of scissors. It's also possible to do your mane with a technique of pulling it, but I personally don't really like it. First of all, because I'm in jumpers, so I don't really need a thin mane. I just like it to look pretty. I know for hunters, they'll prefer to pull it because it's easier to braid it afterwards. But I mean, you're technically ripping off your horse's hair, so some people just prefer a softer technique. This is why I'm going to teach you how to do it with scissors. So first thing you need is a good pair of scissors. Make sure it cuts all the way through because you're going to have a hard time if not. You need a comb and a product, Shoshin. I use it, I love it, and a little step just so you're at the right height when you do your horse's mane. So the three most important tips are, first of all, make sure you have enough time to do it. Don't rush yourself. Don't try to do it in 15 minutes. It's going to look awful. And you're probably going to have to touch it up the next day. Second tip, make sure you have scissors that cut. And the actual real tip of all this story is you're going to have to keep your scissors on a 45-degree angle all the way through the process. So let's get started. See, I put enough product so the mane is not totally wet because I still want to have its fluffiness, or else when I cut it's going to be unequal, but I want it to lay flat on the neck, so that's why I put just a bit more than I would put usually. First of all, you're going to choose your length, and remember, once you cut it you can't go back, so you better start less and then go more, then chop half of it off and then be like, oh shit, I want it to be longer, okay? But don't worry, it grows back, so you're okay. So I usually use the bone neck, or the neck bone, whatever you want to call it. I usually use this bone here to choose the length for this horse. If you want to go shorter, go ahead, but I start with there. So I'm gonna cut it on a 45-degree angle, and it's gonna look stupid, I guarantee you. That's how you do it. So you just go all the way on a 45 angle. Don't worry if you miss some spots, tell you. And then you brush it. So once you've cut the big part off, you're just gonna go over the mane as many times as you need, keeping that 45-degree angle in your scissors. And it can be in this angle or in this angle, depending on if you're a lefty or a righty. Doesn't matter. I usually go like this, and then when I get to this part, since there's the shoulder, I'll switch it up and then I'll go up this way. But always on a 45 angle, and you can start with big chunks, and as you go, you'll just go with smaller little chops and it'll just settle everything down. Fait que là, si tu veux prendre juste des photos. Have your appropriate length, and that you see that you start to have a straight line, what I recommend is to start brushing your mane in different directions and keeping that line. So you're gonna brush your mane towards the back, and then it's gonna place it in a different direction, and make sure your line is still straight. If you have some pieces that stick out, just chop them off, keeping that angle here. Same thing. Brush them towards the front.